Let me know if I am live. I'm trying to check on my phone to see if everything's working. I had crazy. It says waiting for Lee. Publish YouTube broadcast. Okay, so I guess I'm live now. Hopefully I'm live. Says that the stream is. You're live. Bam! I'm live. Okay, but for some reason I'm not even live on my own phone. Let me try closing this and seeing. I'm just gonna confirm because oh, I am live. Okay, there we go. Bam. What's up, everybody? Let's see. Let me refresh the page so I can see your guys' comments. Oh, okay. Yeah, it says I'm live. So what's up with my chat box? I got this chat box over here that maybe you guys can see me wiggling around, and for whatever reason, the chat that I see here, like from Lemon Lime. Anyhow, I could read you guys' comments even if it's not popping up on screen. I'm just gonna hide this chat box for now, since it's doing nothing. Boom, it's gone. Let me move the screen over so I'm not looking so far off. Okay, hello, he's a few minutes late. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Hey, okay, what's going on, Conjuring 2? What's going on, Debonair and Lemon Lime? Okay, we're finally live. So I had nothing but problems trying to set up this stream. I'm using Streamlabs because I never learned my lesson. And it just wouldn't start. It wouldn't start, and so I tried to uninstall, and it wouldn't uninstall. So I just went in the folder and deleted everything out of the folder. Tried to install a new, try to install a new installation, and it wouldn't install. Yeah, a whole lot of stuff that I'm realizing now as I'm telling it that it's incredibly boring. But yeah, so it's been nothing but issues. And then when I finally had everything up and running, I'm like, all right, here we go. Boom, I clicked the record button. I guess it made a recording on my computer. So I was like, gee, no one's here. And then I realized that I actually needed to hit the stream button, and here we are. So what is up, my brother NJ89er? So yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of things are up. I know you guys always ask about Carlos. Carlos is doing well. Well, I mean, he's around. Carlos and I have been in contact. In fact, just yesterday, we kind of rode together for a little bit on our bikes. Yeah, I mean, Carlos and I kind of set a challenge for each other to do a bit of a bike race, but I don't know exactly how if it's going to go through. Samia, you changed your name to Renia Merkel. Okay. Hello, Samia. How are you doing? You went into a coma recently, right? Glad that Carlos is doing well. Yeah, I mean, so Carlos is dealing with his addiction. I guess it's just going to be a chronic thing forever. But I was things. Well, you know what? I don't want to blow up his spot. I'm sure someday he'll be on here and he can talk about it if he wants to. But he's doing better than he was last time I was on stream. But yeah, so let's see. I'm doing good now. Okay. So I don't know. I had this idea actually. Well, I guess I might as well be open about what's going on with Carlos. So last time I was talking to you guys, I was pretty bummed out because Carlos was dealing with his addiction, and it got really bad, and he would get clean, and then it would get really bad again, and I mean, this last time, I mean, he basically was giving up on life, and decided that it would be that yeah, why give up? He started to like transition into the life of a homeless person. I was telling him, don't do this. Don't give up on yourself. And he was, I don't know. You know what I'm kind of conflicted between going into it and not going into it, because I don't want to upset him. But obviously, it's something that's upsetting to me. So I'm kind of stuck in between discussing it or not discussing it. But the good news is that I talked to him for a tremendous amount of time, and he was able to get clean again. I don't know for how long, but yeah, he's clean, and right now basically just trying to recover financially. Um, but in the meantime, Carlos and I, on a more positive note, have been talking a lot of crap back and forth. Um, I don't know. We both have e-bikes and we both have road bikes, and he's of the opinion that a road bike would beat an e-bike in a race. And so I told him, like, all right, if you feel that way, why don't we do a race? Why don't we do a big long race? Um, why don't we race from San Francisco to Novato and see who will win? Because obviously, with the race that long, nearly 40 miles long, um, you can't just be going on turbo on the motor the whole time. And so that's something we've been talking about. And I was thinking it would be cool if I could set up like some kind of challenge channel or Lee versus Carlos channel. I think Carlos should have did the cross-country bike ride. Things might have been different. Well, he did actually ride 150 miles. So starting from here in San Francisco, he rode all the way over to see his sister in Roseville. So that was 150 miles, and I gave him like some like dried sweetened milk. This stuff is called like Nido or whatever. But I gave him some of that stuff, and he was able to drink that stuff, and he traveled when we were having the heat wave, and he traveled through like 110-degree heat, and it took him a long time. It took him like 25 hours or something like that, but he was able to make it all the way over to Roseville. So that was kind of an experience in the cross-country bike trip, although he didn't really do any camping along the way. And I think it probably would have been ideal to, considering how warm it was. You don't really need to get shelter. It wasn't raining or anything at the time. So he traveled from here to there right before we had our lightning storms. So for you guys who don't know, there was lightning storms that went through, and a lot of the path that Carlos rode his bike through actually was hit by lightning and caught on fire. And he was going through like, a lot of different towns, and he also went through like some orchards and other stuff, and he was all, thinking, oh man, should I get some fruit from the orchard or should I not? And I guess he grabbed like a handful of fruit off of a tree and kept on riding. And I guess in the end he should have taken as much as he could have, because the entire farmland is like, oh damn!
Hope you are doing well. Hope to see more of your stream. Vote
All right.
yay.
Oh, thank you, Lemon Lime. Thank you for the donation. So that's a new donation prompt that comes up for whoever donates the most during the stream. I tried having that set up for a long time. I'm glad to see it actually works. Carlos mentioned he wanted to start a family. Is he still thinking about it? Wow, you remembered. Yes. So actually, when I was talking to him, we had a lot of conversation. I talked to him for a very long time when he was really deep in his alcoholism. And yeah, he's I don't know, I guess, I have a family, and he kind of looks up to me, and he was like calling me a hero and stuff, and he was saying that that's something that that he wanted to do, you know, to have like a little Carlos running around. What in the world scared the life out of me? Well, it scared the crap out of me too. um, but um, oh man, sorry, I'm still just thinking about that alert. So oh my God. Well, the good news is that that only happens if like somebody donates more than the last person, so we might not see that again. So what was I saying? Yeah, so I was talking to Carlos, and yeah, I mean that is something he wants, right? He wants to be able to start a family, but obviously you got to deal with your problems first before you do that. But yeah, like I guess that's his ambition is to you know, like obviously stop drinking and you know, have a get in a serious relationship, have a wife, and start his own family. But I think first things first is dealing with those issues that, you know, cause you to seek out alcohol, because it's not even really, you know, being drunk or being addicted. It's the seeking of an escape that leads to the drinking in the first place, because you've gotten sober so many times already. I don't think it's a matter of just being nice hair. Well, it's the dudes. My hair wouldn't be like this if I could get my hair cut. And I think, well, actually, realistically, I'm probably going to eventually just shave my head. But as of right now, I think all the salons are closed in San Francisco due to COVID-19, and I wouldn't want to get infected just getting a haircut. But yeah, make sure he knows we think about him a lot and wish him the best, Lee. Uh, yeah, uh, yeah, I know. I tell him that he's mentioned in here all the time. Like I said, I wanted to do a challenge channel. That might be something that he would be interested in. I don't know, but he didn't seem to be too interested when I showed him like a little mock-up of what I had in mind. Um, I don't know, but I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool to be like a challenge channel. Like, bam, we were like once a month we have like a challenge, and then you like you know, every week, like let's say every Monday he uploads a video, every Friday I upload a video talking about what we're doing to prepare for the challenge, talking crap back and forth, because we've been talking mad crap about this bike race. Shave head stream. Well, how am I gonna? That would be complicated. That would be complicated, because I don't know how I'd shave my head in front of the in front of my computer here. Travolta hair. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the hair. It's too wavy. But grow beard. Well, I got some of that, but the reason why I haven't grown, I was thinking at the beginning of the pandemic that I was just going to grow a beard and not cut it until we got to the end of the COVID-19 pandemic. But the problem with that is that it interferes with the fit of the mask, you know? So I'm putting myself at risk if I do so. I have been going out on a lot of get a mohawk. You can't get a curly mohawk or a wavy mohawk. That would just look ridiculous. Um, but oh yeah, I've been doing a lot of deliveries. I've been thinking about like having a chest-mounted camera for those deliveries, but I don't know. I haven't done it yet. The problem is it just takes so much editing. But I see some crazy stuff during those things. I wanted to grow a survivalist beard, but my girlfriend said no. Well, dang. Lol, curly mohawk. Yeah. Yeah, that would be no good. That would be bad. Yeah, you're right, Devoner. Please tell him that we love, care for him, and we'll be there for him. Heart, 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 heart. Well, yeah, I was telling him that he's got his fans. Because I was telling him, well, yeah, well, let's do this. challenge channel, and he was like, no, 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 like that's your audience, that's your people. I was like, what are you talking about? I can't do a stream without people mentioning you. Marijuana deliveries, no. Food deliveries. So like DoorDash and Caviar and Postmates and that. Yeah, I think Caviar is going the way of the dodo because it was purchased by DoorDash. But yeah, I've been doing deliveries via DoorDash. And actually, I got a crazy story regarding it. Sorry, I got a crazy story. So I went out on Friday to do deliveries, and I was out there on my bike doing deliveries and stuff. And actually, Carlos came from, so he went to Roseville and he stayed there with his sister at her place with their family over there. And on the way back, everything was on fire and there was smoke everywhere. So she drove him back. And as they were going through, they were like on the freeway, and there was like fire on both sides of the freeway, and the cops were telling them to go around. So it took them forever to drive back. But Carlos's bike was disassembled inside of his sister's car. Like the wheels were taken off and stuff, and his bike has like hydraulic brakes that are self-calibrating, so when you squeeze them closed, like they stay closed, and that's what happened. And so he went. So he came back, and his bike was basically disassembled, and he took it up into his place, piece by piece, and he began drinking after that, and was drunk as hell, and happened to throw away basically the piece of his bike that keeps his wheel in place. It's called the skewer, the quick release skewer. Yeah, I was like, damn, well, at least you got your road bike. And I was encouraging him to go out and do some deliveries to try to make up some money because he's in debt. And he went out and was with me, and we were doing deliveries, no problem. And then I started to notice like a weird sound coming from my front wheel. I was like, what the heck is this? But I continued to do my deliveries, and then yeah, I guess as I was kind of coming back home, I looked down at my wheel and saw like bonk, like my axle was hanging out that much. I was like, what the hell? I was looking at both wheels, and I didn't have any quick release skewers. I was like, oh shit, somebody stole my quick release skewers. What the hell? And I called up Carlos, like, Carlos, did you see anybody, like, did you see what happened to my quick release skewers? And he's like, no, you're kidding, right? Like, no, seriously, I don't know what happened to them. And he's like, oh, I'm starting to think you're not kidding. And I was like, wow, somebody stole both skewers. How the hell did these wheels not fall out? Well, anyways, yesterday I took my bike over to Valencia Cyclery, which I wouldn't have normally done, but I bought it from there, so they would give it some general tune-ups for free. So I took it over there, and I was like, somebody stole my quick release skewer. And they're like, wait, that doesn't look like quick release, that's a through axle. So basically, my bike doesn't even have those skewers. That's why that's why they weren't there. But Carlos was there with me, and well, I kind of forgot what the overall point of the story was. And I see a lot of comments going through, so sorry about that wandering story that didn't reach a satisfying conclusion. Let me go and read your guys' comments. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Okay, just got here. What you talking about? Carlos, what's going on? I was talking about them skewers. I didn't even notice you in here. Hey, Carlos would never have his own channel because he's so shy. Hey, Carlos, what's up, body? Oh, dang. What's up, lemon lime and okay. So this okay. We miss you so much, sexy man. Blah blah blah. Okay, so they're all talking to Carlos. Okay. Well, anyhow, but yeah, I don't know. Every time I go out on these deliveries, it's an adventure. But yeah, Carlos, what's some of the craziest stuff that you've seen as you've been out on these bicycle deliveries? I mean, I've said before on stream where I saw people like trying to throw like giant luggage at me as I'm driving past or riding past. But yeah, I feel like there was other stuff to talk about too. I'm gonna wait and see if anything. Okay, hit by 2 cars. You were hit by 2 cars, or you saw somebody get hit by 2 cars? But man, yeah. So anyhow, the guy said that I didn't have any quick release skewers at all, and actually reached through and tightened it. Turned out that my through axle just got loose and it was falling out. I was thinking like, man. Apparently, what happened was I locked up my bike, and I just locked up the frame just for expediency's sake while I went to go deliver the food. And my bike is connected to my phone via Bluetooth. So when I'm within like 30 feet, bang, my lights come on. So somebody was in the middle of trying to jack my front wheel, untightened it, and then my lights lit up, and then he ran out of there, and I didn't know, and so that's what ultimately happened. So yeah, come on, bro, me, oh damn, bro. How is everything in SF? I haven't been there since I moved at the beginning of the year. Well, apparently there's sort of a vacuum in people renting. A lot of people are leaving San Francisco. Let's see, Lee, you should really think about doing the delivery stream. I understand it's a lot of editing, but we would really appreciate it. So it wouldn't be a stream. Okay, would you? Here's a question. Would you prefer for me to do a stream where I'm here talking to you guys live, or to put up a prepared video? That's the question, because I could do that, but it would be a considerable investment of time, and I don't think I could do that and streaming, just because I don't have much time. You know what I mean? Ever since I've kind of been blacklisted by YouTube, I've been labeled as borderline content. My channel does not get any views. I don't get any like monetization or anything like that. So I'm kind of that's one of the reasons why I've been not really uploading standalone videos. I mean, if you guys have been here for a while, I'm sure you've seen my standalone videos, which it was only standalone videos. But yeah, if I do those standalone videos, they don't get nobody ever sees them or gets alerted to them. So I've been kind of contemplating starting a new channel of something of a completely different nature. That's kind of one of the reasons why I was thinking about having that Lee vs. Carlos challenge channel. But I don't know. It's probably just a fantasy. But why blacklist? What is bad? It's one of those things. I talk about the homeless situation in San Francisco. I talk about drug use and drug abuse, and a lot of my videos will actually show that stuff. And that stuff is taboo. You're not supposed to talk about it. You're not supposed to show it. And because of which, if I was showing you how to take drugs, I would be it wouldn't be borderline. It would be against their rules. But because I haven't been breaking the rules, now I'm in a new category called borderline. And so and that what they do instead of just banning you is it's sort of a soft ban. They redirect everybody who views your stuff onto like things they get from network television or music videos or other things like that. So you may notice if you watch some of my videos that YouTube deems as being borderline, that then your recommendations just get swarmed with a bunch of bull crap. You know, like a bunch of late night television and like hip hop videos, and you're like, what the hell? What is this? And a lot of those twin videos, you know, there's all kinds of trash from throughout like the broad spectrum of YouTube. Can you appeal? See, that's the thing. It's not a decision with YouTube. It's a change in the algorithm. It's the algorithm deems you borderline or not borderline. So there's nothing you can appeal. There's nothing you can say. And if you were even to talk to a Google engineer, which would never happen, the Google engineer may not even be able to do that, because not even the Google engineers know how the AI operates, even though they program it, because it's a self-learning algorithm. Carlos Kicks Lee's Ass channel. Man, I'm telling you, if you're serious, if you really believe that you can kick my ass, I say just commit. Just come out with one video a week for a month. At the end of the month, I will dust your ass like a crop duster. Hit that like button. There you go. Yeah. You'll get smoked like a Boston salmon, son. But yeah. If you guys want to see me dust Carlos like Speedy Gonzalez, pressure him into going for it. But yeah, so basically I mean, Carlos has the physiological advantage for like a bike race, right? But he believes in a long race that the road bike would beat the e-bike, just because the e-bike is 50 pounds and the road bike is more agile and more efficient. I say with an e-bike, even on a long race, that I would beat his ass. Heuristic self-learning algorithm. Yeah, so I actually, it's interesting, I actually took an AI course over at City College a long time ago, back when it was really more theoretical, like it was 2004. But anyhow, I'm going to humiliate you. Yeah, bro, you're gonna lose that bad? But anyways, I would love to have a channel where I get to talk crap and not get banned. So let's see, what else is going on? Carlos, is there anything else going on with you? So anyhow, I don't know, I think I've posted up a bunch of stuff about YouTube before and what they're doing, and I'm sure if you guys follow enough people on YouTube, other people have talked about it. AI is hot, but most AI companies are garbage. It's true. I don't think there's any use of AI right now that is actually really good, right? They're doing, you know, there's actually AI algorithms that are out there right now that are like just scanning through basically the entire internet, getting a database of people's faces, and then selling that to like CIA and advertising and various other people who want to track you. So like if you're on YouTube, like I'm on YouTube, they'll like capture screens and then scan that, and now they've basically got like a, you know, visual fingerprint where they can then use that if I'm ever seen on any kind of surveillance or whatever, they could just track my whereabouts at all times. And I've actually seen there is software out there to poison that data that gets generated, but obviously that can't be done on a video. So anyhow, I guess that's kind of on a different subject. But yeah. So, oh, another thing, I bought a new lens. I don't know if you guys can tell, but yeah, the video quality should be a lot better now. I was using my deceased grandfather's old Minolta lens. You see that? Hold on. Minolta. Oh, come on. Whoop. So this thing is old, older than me. And let me take the adapter off of here. Yep, this old 50 millimeter 1.4 lens. This is what I had used. Whoa, don't know if it's going to be able to focus through there, but yeah. Minolta doesn't even exist anymore. They were purchased by Sony. But yeah, my grandfather, before he died, gave his camera equipment to my dad, but it turned out his Minolta camera was busted. But I still got a couple of his lenses. But at the time I was using Pentax, and Minolta lenses won't work on Pentax even with an adapter. Okay, this is Emmett XIV. Hi Lee, how is SF these days? I live in California as well, but and the thunderstorms. Okay, there seems to be a couple ideas here. I live in California as well, and the thunderstorms a couple weeks ago were crazy. Really created problems with the wildfires. Yeah, so I guess you just popped in. Carlos actually rode his bike from here, San Francisco, over to Roseville, and so he passed through a lot of those areas like Vacaville and all that were then basically caught in the inferno. So he did that like a couple days before that happened. Actually, I think the day before it happened, really. Rania Merkel. Oh yeah, of course, Samal. Lee, I think you're so smart. You can do a lot. If you make short videos about the challenges that homeless people facing, especially kids, you got a lot of views. Because I haven't seen, I guess, anyone talking about it. I would love to. I would love to. I would, you know, I mean, obviously, for a long time, I've been trying to do the. I've been trying to do the documentary about the foster care system, and I guess I've been trying to start with Carlos, and it's hard to complete that section so then I could move on to other things. But I guess I mean, right now I'm the other main person to interview would be myself, and the challenge would be how do I interview myself? Because if I'm just sitting in front of a camera, I'm just going to be droning, and it's not going to be interesting. I need to have somebody to actually sit there and ask me. I guess I could give them questions and ask them to supplement more questions in there. But that would be the challenge. And then also, it would be nice to get other people to talk to, like people who are in the system right now. And that may be an impossible task because they're wards of the state. I don't know if you guys are hearing, but the little baby is crying in the back, so I might have to wrap up in a little bit. Let's see. Okay, incredible thunderstorms. I mean, I was on my bike during that time. Homeless at record levels in San Francisco. Do you think Mark Benioff can solve it? I'm not familiar with what Mark Benioff has been doing, but I'm in front of a computer, so let me just look up really quickly Mark Benioff. Benioff. I really am probably going to have to. Okay. He's an internet entrepreneur with a net worth of $7.8 billion. I'm So, is this the guy who's in charge of Salesforce? Um, I think, okay, no. All right, so you know what? I don't think he's going to be able to do anything. Philanthropy, um, 1% of equity, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so from what I see on a very, very brief glance, um, and no, I don't think so. Basically, what's going on right now is San Francisco spends 500. I think they spent $500 million a year on the homeless problem, which is something like 8 to 10,000 homeless people. I think it's over $60,000 per person. Um, so I really am going to have to wrap up here soon. So right now, everything that I've seen is the solution is to put more money into that system, and I think that's foolish. What we need is a radical change. The money is not an issue. $500 million a year is more than sufficient to take care of it. The problem is we have companies like Larkin, which make money from the homeless problem. They they are doing quite well for themselves, and even these things, not everyone realizes that charity is a great way to make money. If you're looking to rip people off, a charity is a great way. So a lot of these things that are charities, that are not-for-profit or non-profit, they eat all these resources up in various administrative fees or other ways of hiding money away. And they claim to solve the problem, yet the problem just seems to get worse and worse. My daughter's harassing me behind. Okay, hold on 1 second. Laura, what is it? Okay. Laura, I'm going to wrap up very soon, okay? All right. What was I saying? So I don't think it's a matter of putting more money into the system, because the system will gladly gobble up whatever extra money you're going to throw into it, and you're going to see no positive difference. They may build some new buildings, there may be new programs that don't do anything. I think what we should do is tabula rasa, get rid of everything that we have right now, cut all government funding for the previous programs, because they've shown that they don't work, because things have actually gotten worse even as the funds have increased. And I think we should copy from countries that have a similar population but a much lower homeless population. The main country I'm thinking about is the Netherlands. I don't think we should copy everything they do, but one thing that they have done is they've made homelessness illegal. So if you are out there sleeping out on the streets, they will grab you and they will put you someplace to stay at. They have a population similar to San Francisco in size, but their homeless population, instead of being like 8,000, is only 500, and for them that's pretty high. But I'm talking here for a while. Let me see all these comments that are going through. Okay. I haven't seen many. Okay, twice as many. Okay, we need people like you in the world. Thank you, Leaf Carlson. Lee, what do you think of the new Batman trailer? I didn't see it, so dudes. I am way, way, way out of the loop as far as movies go. Basically, I used to go to the movies all the time and watch movies all the time. And I would basically, I would just follow Roger Ebert's advice. He would review a movie, and if it sounded interesting, I would go. And he died in 2011, and then afterward, my movie going ways kind of ceased. The last movie I saw was an anime movie actually that I bought for my wife for her birthday. My brother thinks that he saw that schizophrenic Asian woman from one of your old YouTube videos with a child, but I feel like he might be tripping. A lot of people think that they know her, but they don't actually. The most legitimate person that contacted me saying that they knew about her said that she was named Hana and that she was inside of an institution over in Napa. Of course, that was a while ago, so I don't know what she's up to now, but I don't believe that if she were to have a child that she would be allowed to keep that child, so I don't think that would be the case. Okay. Benioff put $30 million in San Francisco homeless research. San Francisco homeless research. What research? They got people out there in lab coats and clipboards sleeping on the streets. 2 years ago, money into a bonfire. Yeah, that's right. Just throw it into the wind. Homeless research. Bro, if you make videos about the lives of homeless kids in the States with some good editing, you'll have lots of views and huge success, because it's so rare to see people talking much about struggling kids. Well, look at what I used to do. You know what I mean? That you don't see it because YouTube doesn't allow it. I cannot talk about my own experiences, like being held hostage as a kid inside the children's shelter. I can't talk about that, about my own life experiences. So how am I going to make a video about other people's experiences when I can't even, like, YouTube does not want that. They want beauty videos. They want people. They want crap like Ryan's World. They don't want people talking about real issues, at least not issues here in the Bay Area. Like, maybe you could make a video about kids struggling in Thailand, and that's no problem. But yeah, Lee, you should start a podcast. That's something that I wanted to do, but again, I'm living in a super tiny place with 2 little kids who are really noisy. So that's something I would like to do, but as of right now I can't do, because when I'm here all alone, it's kind of serious. I can't really, I like to think that I'm a pretty humorous person, but I can't just joke when I'm here by myself. I'm not a maniac. So anyhow, I think I'm going to have to wrap up, because my eldest daughter has school tomorrow, and it's actually pretty late for her. She's in kindergarten and doing remote learning. So I'm going to have to wrap up. Hopefully it worked out okay. Hopefully it looked all right. Hopefully I sounded okay. And I will see you guys later. So if you guys haven't noticed already, I've been trying to keep to like a semi-regular schedule of uploading something every Sunday. But hopefully, if I don't do another stream next Sunday, I will at least put up one of the previous streams I did over on Twitch that you guys haven't seen if you guys weren't there over on Twitch. So Heavy Distortion, it's going to be, it will be next Sunday, hopefully. LMAFO just came in. Sorry, Carl, but it'll be in the evening sometime on Sunday. I can't really commit to a time because, this is where my little baby daughter sleeps at, so it really just goes around her schedule. Sorry, I cannot hear you well because, oh, Steve. Okay. Well, I'll give you some sign language. Bye. Okay. Next time I'll make it. Hey, make sure. Okay, last thing. Make sure if you're subscribed, you click the notification bell. But now you don't just click the notification bell. You want to put the notifications to always on. I'm not going to spam you guys. It's but otherwise you're not going to see when I go live. So Goodbye. And